I wanted to ask you about the concept of taqiyya and deception, because a lot of people are talking about it, and most people are saying, oh no, that can't possibly be.
It's the truth. Actually, I'm being punished by Islam now because I'm speaking the truth. There is a law. I mean, luckily, it's not just to lie in Islam. It's not just like you can lie. It's okay to lie. No, you're obliged to lie. Under Islamic law, there is a law that states a Muslim is obliged to lie if the purpose is obligatory. It's obligatory to lie if the purpose is obligatory. So if the purpose is jihad in America, then you must lie. People who are exposing jihad are the ones who should be punished. And that's why I am now the enemy. They view me as the enemy. Because I'm saying the truth. When I look at them, the Muslims who are lying, I know they are lying. But they tell me, you should not have said this in front of Americans. They tell me that. They told me that on college campuses, some of the Muslim Student Association. How dare you say these things in front? Keep that between us. You know you're not supposed to say these things.
Good evening, Nonie. I once had a privilege of seeing a film about 40 years ago that dealt with the Muslims and the population of the Muslims all the way up through the 16th century. On September 11th, I believe it was, 1676 was the last time that the Muslims had domination of the world. And that was due to the fact that they had been fighting Alexander the Great, the Crusades, and all the rest of it. Now, the Muslim Brotherhood has put them on another course, on world domination.
It's actually Saudi money that put them on another course.
Right, and they are on this course right now, and people in this country are impervious to what is going on. They have no idea how they are planning against and plotting against taking over the world, country by country, and state by state here in this nation. I know that there's over 1,000 mosques in the country right now. And that is a very scary situation, because I've heard speakers who have talked about what goes on in those mosques. And there is a book out that shows some of the documents that they use in those mosques. And it's frightening to see, because they are indoctrinating the children in schools now. They are moving into the churches, and they are trying to they're in the prisons heavily. Everybody in prison is being indoctrinated in Muslim religion because of the fact that they have no other way to go.
Actually, I heard that in a prison, a guy had to say, I'm converted to Islam so he doesn't get killed.
And I'm just wondering if you could give us your take on the world domination plot that is underway right now with respect to the Muslim Brotherhood and what's happening.
Yeah, thank you very much. As you said, Islam after the 16th century was weakening, the Ottoman Empire was weakening, and that was the time when Europe was getting stronger, the Industrial Revolution, and that's when Islam weakened and Europe rose. When Europe rose in the 19th century, in 1870, I think 78 or 75, the British came to conquered most of the Middle East, and the French conquered most of the Muslim world, and that's when we had a feminist movement in Egypt. And that's when we had respect for the minorities suddenly, thanks to the British. And that's when we started, Islam started weakening. And that movement of weakening, Islam was rotting from the core, and it was on its way to being totally discredited. But for some reason, God gave Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states and Iran and Libya oil. And that resuscitated a dying ideology. It resuscitated it. And Saudi Arabia, by the way, they are saying this in Arab TV. They are saying we want to spread Islam around the world before the oil is over. We have 100 years more of oil wealth. Whether the West buys it or not, oil goes into many industries. It's not just for cars. Oil is essential, is an essential product, and I don't know why we don't want to dig for oil in America, and we're pushing them to drill in the deep sea, which is wrong, because in Saudi Arabia there was never been an oil spill like that, and they're drilling everywhere, and they are living healthy. Their life is. They have no problem with drilling because they drill in the right places. They don't, like here, the government says, okay, you can drill only in the deep ocean because we don't want a view to be obstructed. Anyway, we are responsible. America is not weak. Islam has been revived with the oil money, and we're allowing it. We are allowing it. This is not the problem of Islam, it's our problem. We're allowing it.
I just wanted to say again on behalf of everyone, I know for myself particularly, but really I admire your courage in respect of doing the right thing in the presence of fear, which is going to be a very difficult thing in today's society.
Thank you.
But also, as I look around the room, I also notice that I must be the youngest person here.
Yeah.
So
we need more young people to wake up.
And my issue, which I was thinking about throughout your entire very powerful lecture, was, well, I'm the one who's most subject to the worst of the media, and I'm the victim because I'm the next generation.
Exactly.
So being in that case, I wanted to know your point of view as to what, well, us ignorant youth subject to these problems in the society today who don't ask questions, who do not stand up or do anything to fight it. What would you say in this kind of society and in this kind of world of technology that us youth can do to combat this?
You hit it on the head. The young people in America are going to reap our mistakes, what we're doing right now. Because they are going to be fighting in the streets of America with the Islamists and the jihadists. They're going to be killing them. It's going to be like Israel. They're going to blow up buses. And I'm telling you, what's happening in Israel is going to happen here if we don't do something now. And look at our education. They're giving them Islamic, they're teaching them about Islam, but we can't use the word Jesus or Christ or Jews, Judaism or Christianity. I mean, there are Muslim leaders who are going to schools, giving lectures, and I keep exposing it, and there was a guy who was 100%, he was a Muslim Brotherhood. He never criticized Hamas or Hezbollah, and he was teaching kids in New York, upstate New York, in our public schools. So you're right, and that's why we have to do something. We don't want to leave you with this terrible legacy. Yes.
Thank you.